Asalam-o-Alikum and welcome back. So our today topic is about the multiplication laws of probability. So what are the multiplication laws of probability? So there are two laws basically. Number one is multiplication law for independent event and the other is multiplication law for not independent events. So we will discuss both of them one by one. So the first one is multiplication law for independent events. If A and B are two independent events belonging to the same sample space S, so the probability that both happen is equal to the product of their respective probability. That is, probability of A intersection B equals to P of A into P of B. Or we can say probability of A multiply our intersection. Intersection means multiplication. So probability of into probability of B. So let's prove that. Let N1 and M1. This is N1 and the second one is M1. N1 and M1 be the exhaustive and favorable number of the sample point for the event S of A. Event A. And N2 N2 and M2 be the favorable exhaustive and favorable number for the sample point for the event B. Then we will write it with the this is for event B. So probability of A equals to M1 divided by N1. M1 by N1. And for the B, the probability of B event equals to M2 divided by N2. Since the event A and B are independent, so there are N1 and N2 exhaustive sample point for the joint event. A and B, as each of the N1 possible sample point can be associated with each of the N2 possible sample point for B. So each favorable sample point for A can be associated with each favorable sample point for B. So the N1 and N2 exhaustive sample point and M1 and M2 favorable sample point for the compound event A intersection B. So we can write it in this way: probability A intersection B equals to M1 M2 whole divided by N1 N2, or we can write it M1 by N1 and M2 by N2. So this is equals to probability of A into probability of B. Multiplication law for independent event. If A and B are two events that probability P of A and P of B, probability of A and probability of B respectively, then probability of A intersection B is equal to the probability of A multiplied by the conditional probability of B, or the probability of A multiplied by the conditional probability of A. For example, probability of A intersection B equals to P of A into P probability B by A. Or we can write it in this way as well: probability of B into probability of A by B. A by B. Let's prove this one, that we know from the definition of the conditional probability that probability of A by B A by B equals to probability of A intersection B. A intersection B equals whole divided by probability of B. Probability of B. So multiply both sides by probability of B, then we get probability of B into probability A by B equals to probability of A intersection B. Or probability of A intersection B, A intersection B equals to probability of B into probability of A by B. Probability of A by B. Similarly, probability of B by A equals to probability of A intersection B whole divided by probability of A. याद रखने के लिए अगर हम एक ट्रिक को भी देख ले, जैसे हमारे पास डिवीजन में प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ ए है, प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ ए अगर डिवीजन में यहाँ पर है तो यहाँ पर भी डिवीजन में होगा। सिमिलरली जो ऊपर वाला पी ए बाई बी हमने किया था वहां पर बी जो है वो डिवीजन में था तो बी के साथ ही डिवाइड होगा। सो इसको याद रखिएगा, मल्टीप्लाई बोथ साइड ऑफ बाई पी बाई ए, जैसे हमने ऊपर वाला किया था सिमिलरली हम ये भी कर सकते हैं। दिस वन equals to when we multiply both sides by p by a, so we get probability of A intersection B, or we can write it probability of A into probability of B by A, B by A, and this is equals to probability of A intersection B. A, sorry for the so this is A intersection B, or we can write it probability of A intersection B, probability of A intersection B equals to probability of A into probability of B by A. B by A. और अगर हम वेन डायग्राम देखें तो टू वेन डायग्राम हमारे पास इंटरसेक्शन जो पार्ट होता है वो कौन सा होता है, जैसे हमने पहले भी डिस्कस किया था। अगर ये हमारे पास सैंपल स्पेस है और सैंपल स्पेस में हमारे पास दो इवेंट्स है, ए इवेंट एंड बी इवेंट। दिस इज बी इवेंट, सॉरी। ए इवेंट एंड बी इवेंट। सो जो इंटरसेक्शन है वो ओवरलैपिंग एरिया हमारे पास आ जाता है इंटरसेक्शन में। दिस एरिया इज इंटरसेक्शन एरिया। A intersection B. So these are the two left are the multiplication.